The Bay League is going to kick off tonight from Leuzinger High School. Good evening, everybody. Along with Sebastian Spencer and the terrific City TV3 crew, I'm Lou Stowers, and it is going to be the kickoff between the Leuzinger Olympians and the Palos Verdes Sea Kings. And what a game this is going to be, Sebastian.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good game. The last time we saw the Leuzinger Olympians was over at Lawndale 2 weeks ago. Looked a little bit experienced, but we're going to see what they can do against Palos Verdes tonight.
And also the Leuzinger Olympians winning the Mayor's Cup 33-20 over Hawthorne last week to bring it back here to Leuzinger. And I'll tell you what, Kaloa really put on a show on the running situation.
Oh, yeah, very big for Leuzinger, bringing the Mayor's Cup back here to Lawndale. You know, last year we were here, Hawthorne upset them, came and got it for the first time. So that's pretty good for them to bring it back home.
And Kaloa had 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing, and 4 touchdowns. Sammy Paluca is the quarterback, and the Sea Kings coming off of a big loss.
Yeah, 44-0 against Dominguez. That Dominguez team pretty bad whooping on Palos Verdes, but they're going to try to avenge that loss tonight out here against this young Leuzinger team.
Coach Guy Gardner in his 4th year really putting on a heavy preseason schedule, and they are led by their senior quarterback Brian Scott along with Alex Alessi and Tyler Moore, their big offensive weapons, and they have a very experienced offensive front. So this game really is going to be one of the trenches, I believe.
Oh yeah, very good game and to shake up the league a little bit. You know, Palos Verdes has always been a team that's been very competitive against Leuzinger coming from that South Bay area. So we'll see if they can pull it off tonight.
That's right. That veteran Leuzinger Olympian line, both on offense and defense, hopes to give Brian Scott some fits tonight. It's the Sea Kings coming in to visit the Olympians at Lou House, and we'll be back with the kickoff of the Bay League right after this. And just before the kickoff, we're going to find out who is going to be receiving and kicking the punt, or the kickoff, I should say. And the captains are coming out on the field from the Sea Kings, and I do believe we may have already had that flip, but something's going on out there.
Yeah, I think they're figuring it out right now. Captains and the refs.
So the Leuzinger Olympians defeating Hawthorne 34-20 to get that, not only get the Mayor's Cup back here at Lou House, but also snapping a 24-game losing streak. So that was huge for the Olympians.
Yeah, definitely impressive for this young team to bring that Mayor's Cup back.
And then for Palos Verdes, the Sea Kings coming down the hill, and they had a big loss last week. And for the Olympians, again, they defeated Hawthorne for their first win of the season, and that was 34-20. Compton Dominguez went over to Palos Verdes and stomped the Sea Kings 44-0. They did win their one win. Actually, it was a 44-0 win, I should say. Excuse me. That was a 44-0 win for the Sea Kings. And then Moore Park, they defeated Moore Park 35-34. That had to be an exciting game. But they did play the number 5 team in the country, and the number 1 team, pretty much consensus here in Southern California, Narbonne, 41-0. And also they were at Lake Forest, the number 18 team in Southern California, with a 45-24 loss. So that's pretty impressive for the Bay League to be going out on those type of games.
Yeah, definitely 2 impressive wins against Moore Park and Dominguez. You expect that loss against Narbonne, a very strong team.
So we're still didn't really get a definitive sign from the officials as to who's going to be kicking, who's going to be receiving. But our officiating crew is Ken Smotree wearing the white hat. And it'll be Phil Jenks, the umpire, Nate Sterling, the line judge, or the linesman. The line judge is Clint Fernicola, and the back judge is Fred Gravett. So now we're waiting for Leuzinger to come out in between the Spirit Squad, and here they come.
Here comes the Olympians.
led by Rafael Galera. The Olympians dressed in their home navy blue uniform tops and their white pants, white numbers. The Sea Kings will be wearing their visiting white jerseys, black pants and black helmet with the red trim and the black numerals. The Leuzinger Olympian Band will be playing our national anthem, so let's pause a moment for that. Our national anthem played by the Leuzinger Olympian Band, and we're just about ready to get things underway here at Lou House.
That Olympian band is not bad.
Not bad at all. Guy Gardner is coaching the Palos Verdes Sea Kings in his 4th year, 18-11, and right now they're 2-3 overall. And this is, of course, the opener of Bay League. On the road, they are 0-2. For the Olympians, overall, they are 1-4. Of course, this is their Bay League opener as well.
Lou, you talk about the Palos Verdes Sea Kings being 0-2 on the road, looking to break that streak here with the Olympians tonight.
That's right. And at the top of the Bay League right now, it's West with a 5-0 mark. Miracosta is not far behind at 3-2. Then it's PV. Redondo is 2-3. And Penny is also 1-4. So it appears that the Olympians are going to be kicking off to Palos Verdes, so they will get the ball first. And kicking the ball off will be Jose Padilla.
Nice opening kick.
Matt Lopez, or Lopes, comes all the way up to the 40-yard line, about the 39, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sea Kings at that point. So a good return by Lopes, and that's exactly where they'll start.
No, that's a good start.
1st and 10 for the Sea Kings.
See him coming up there with the replay. Quick feet straight up the middle. This tackle right there at the 40.
So Brian Scott brings out his Sea Kings. The senior quarterback backs in the split eye behind him, and the pass out of the plat is complete to Dean Alessi. And Alessi is into Olympian territory, and that's good enough for a 14-yard gain and a 1st down. So Alessi is the leading receiver on this team. He has 12 receptions for 273 yards coming in, so now he is closing in on 300 yards with that reception. Also has 3 touchdowns early on. Backs out of the eye, a traditional set. First running play, it's a draw play. Lopes down to the 35-yard line, and that looks like another big gain and another 1st down.
Lopez showing some quick bursts at the beginning of the game here in the 1st quarter with that nice kickoff run. And then you see this nice run right here.
So down to the 35-yard line. That was an 11-yard gain. And a first down. Defensive front for Leuzinger right now getting beat by the offensive front. Here comes Lopes again. Lopes slips a tackle, gets inside the 35-yard line down to about the 31. So a gain of about 4 on the play. Well, we're going to call it a 3-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Pretty good defense there. You see the Olympians anticipated the run, and they caught him right there.
So backs out of the eye. Hand off again to Lopes, slipping into the tackle, but now can't get through. And number 57 making the tackle on that one, along with number 58.
You see that going to Lopez early. If it's not broke, don't fix it. He's getting through.
That's right, down inside the 30-yard line to about the 27.
Brian Scott on center. Lopes in the backfield. It's left to Lopes.
So Lopes again, look out. We have a penalty flag on the field, but Lopes is down towards the end zone and finally knocked out of bounds. And let's see what the flag is, though.
This might come back. It looks like
It is going to be against the Sea Kings, so this one's going to come back. A touchdown is erased because of that 15-yard penalty. Let's watch it.
Yeah, you see Lopez very effective there with the run, but that flag has it called back.
So last week it was the Olympians that were bit by the penalty bug against Hawthorne. This week the ball goes back to the 34-yard line of the Olympians. And negates a 27-yard touchdown run by Lopes out of the shotgun. Has a man in the flat, so that was almost picked off by the Olympians. So Michael Tulchin was the intended receiver. And number 15, so that's 3 players so far. You're going to have to go down there and find out who those are for us, Sebastian.
Yeah, definitely. That was a nice play, though, by the cornerback, anticipating the defense right there.
That's
Almost
right.
came up with that interception.
Should have had it. And he'll probably tell you, Marcus Mitchell will tell you that he should have had it. So now it's 4th down, and this is going to be a 50-yard field goal. Snap good, spot good, kick is high and deep, and this one is just wide to the left. My goodness. And that one was kicked by Michael Tulchin. So a 50-yard field goal is no good, so the ball will be taken over by the Olympians. And that'll be at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, though, Michael has a foot. That went pretty high. I thought that was going in there.
I did too, just wide to the left, just hooked it just a bit. So the penalty really helped out the Olympians on that one. So out of the shotgun formation, Sammy Puluka leads the Olympians. He's going to throw the ball to the left side. It's complete on the flat, almost a wide receiver screen. And that was Loa Kalolo. And he may have gotten a yard out of it. So Kalolo.
Nice catch there by Kalolo. Gets caught right there, slips a little bit, trying to do a juke move. Caught the pass, though. That's the important thing. You got to get these yards.
Kalolo showed he could catch the ball, had 2 receptions for 14 yards, and now he gets the pitch, runs into that jacked up Sea King line, and that was led by number 45, Ryan Corcoran.
That's just a great read by the defense. The whole line saw that coming.
So we'll call it a 1-yard gain. So it's 3rd down and 8 yards to go. 8:50 left to go in the first quarter. And there you see the Leuzinger fans waiting for something to cheer about. Travion Pope, along with Rafael Galera, split out to the far side. Two receivers to the near side, two receivers to the far side as well. Paloka under pressure, throws, and that was for Galera. And he was hit immediately, but some heavy pressure by the Sea Kings.
Oh, yeah,
and that was Ian Ursig.
Yeah, you see Palos Verdes is bringing the heat on defense tonight.
And a good defensive play by Nick Hartzheim. Hartzheim is leading this team in tackles with 37.
37 tackles.
Jose Padilla in punt formation. A short punt, but got it up in the air. This is going to be fielded by Alessi. Alessi is pushed back. Now they got to tackle him after they stopped him. And good coverage by the defense. David Battle, number 24, comes out with the initial hit, and Alessi didn't get a whole lot coming back.
Oh, that's just a good read there by David Battle. Coming in there, securing that tackle, making sure he stays down.
So good field position for the Sea Kings as they take over with 8:17 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Bay League action just getting underway. So the Sea Kings are ready, coming up after their big 44-0 win over Dominguez. And the play action pass is complete, wide open on the far side. And look out, a big gain. That was caught by Adam Hahn, one of the senior captains of the Sea Kings. Gets all the way down to the 25, a 25-yard catch and run.
Adam, that's an impressive run right there. You see, making yards after a catch. Even a little hit there, letting the guys know I came ready to play.
He can get it done. Adam, 15 carries and 44 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, and also 34 tackles and 1 interception on defense as we have a timeout. So a timeout on the field, and I'm sure that the Olympians want to stress their defensive strategy, especially after leaving Hahn wide open as the play action pass worked to perfection by quarterback Brian Scott and faking the Leuzinger defense. Yeah, you can see Ronald Jenkins right there schooling his defensive line.
Yeah, you know what, that Palos Verdes offense is really going right now. First couple plays of the game, Lopez having some major success running the ball.
Robert Barbie along with Latu Pacetti, James Soakai, Javier Rivas, and Moaloa Wolfgram. The defensive line for the Olympians trying to pin back the Sea Kings. 2 receivers to either side of Scott, backside of the eye. Lopez wide open up the middle, and a 25-yard touchdown run for Matt Lopes and the Sea Kings. So it's a touchdown, Palos Verdes, with 8:02 left to go in the first quarter, and that was too easy.
That was just way too easy. It's been like that all night. You see him running straight up the middle here, gets free, nobody can catch him. Touchdown Lopez.
So that was with 8:02, so that only took 15 seconds off the clock. Tolchin, he showed that he can kick it far, but how about the shorties?
Oh, yeah, that's money.
Snap good, spot good, kick good. With 8:02 left to go in the first quarter, it's 7-0 in favor of the Sea Kings.
Yeah, the Sea Kings definitely controlling the pace of the game right now, getting everything that they want out of their offense.
So that was 15 seconds and 2 plays.
See how quickly the game can change?
Oh, absolutely. So see if Leuzinger can come back and get something going. One man back, it'll be Travion Pope to receive the ball. And I'll tell you what, Michael Tolchin is listed as a wide receiver and free safety, but he might make his way playing on Saturdays and possibly Sundays, dare I say.
Yeah, definitely.
With his foot.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that's been missing from the high school game. You don't see a lot of strong kickers. This kid definitely has a foot on him.
And I've heard of some of the South Bay kickers taking lessons from a former NFL player, so an NFL kicker. So look at that kick. That was 4 yards deep into the end zone without any effort at all. So 8:02 left to go in the first quarter. The Olympians will start off at their own 20-yard line. The Olympians, their head coach, Ronald Jenkins, in his first year with the head coach clipboard, but he has been with the program for quite a while, has Antoine Raby, Michael Davis, and Jose Blackman as assistant coaches. Right now, Sammy Paloka out of the shotgun with one back with him. Wide receiver screen to Pope, and the Pope attracts a lot of white jerseys.
See that short screen pass to the right, stopped right away.
So that's going to be maybe a loss of a yard. So we're going to call it 2nd down and 11. Pascal split out wide to the near side, 2 receivers, now 3 to the far side. Another wide receiver screen, and this one is caught, and some positive yardage this time, Sebastian. It was caught by Travion Pope, had 2 blockers, but still the Sea Kings quick on defense, getting over, sliding over to the left side.
Definitely same play, same result from the Sea Kings defense.
So a 3-yard gain there. And the Olympians are going to have to open it up. This is 3rd down and 7. We'll call it a 4-yard gain now. Paluca back to pass, looking long over the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of Travion Pope after he got nailed over there in the middle by Adam Hahn. Also there covering was Matt Lopes. Watch this hit.
Wow.
Bam.
Matt Lopes doing it on both ends, defense and offense.
So that'll be Padilla coming on for his 2nd punt, Julio. And getting ready to receive the punt again is Dean Alessi from about the same spot, right at the 50-yard line as he did last time. Lazy snap, and Padilla had to hurry this kick, and it is a short one.
Oh, that's a very lazy snap. There, you see that kick was almost blocked.
That was like the first Dove shot on Labor Day weekend. So this is going to be spotted deep inside of Leuzinger territory at about the 37-yard line. So only a 15-yard net punt. But again, that snap didn't help out matters. 6:42 left to go in the first quarter. And PV in business deep inside of Leuzinger territory at the 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Scott. Has all day to throw on the flat and is caught. That's by Anthony Collins. No, that's Tolchin. So Tolchin now getting in on the act.
That's a great pass by Scott.
And that's a 1st down. It sure was. That's just inside the 25 to the 24, we'll call it. So that's a 13-yard gain. Unfortunately, this could become a stat padding game for the Sea Kings. Again, they're on a roll. They've won 2 in a row.
Definitely right now it looks like they're playing against their own team.
Scott hands it off to Lopes, spins out of a tackle, gets inside the 25-yard line.
Lopez very elusive on that run right there, just couldn't connect.
Now, good defense. The defensive backfield for the Leuzinger Olympians had to come up on that one. Number 15 with the tackle. And just a short gain. They're going to call it a yard. So down to the 23-yard line. That's his shortest gain of the night. There you see Scott out of the shotgun. And he's going to go for the end zone. Wide open is the tight end in for the touchdown. And that was Nick Bohem. And that's 5:48 left to go in the first quarter, and it's 13-0 on the 23-yard touchdown pass from Scott to Bohem.
You see Bohem wide open, just goes right in.
How a guy that big gets loose down the middle, I don't know.
Somebody's got to talk down there on that defense.
Tolchin back for the PAT. True and through.
There you go. That kicker is certified.
So Scott, a 23-yard pass to Bohem, or Bohm. We'll call him Bohm. How about that?
I'll call him Bohem too.
Call him whatever he wants. He's 6'2", 185 pounds. So the PAT was good on that one as well.
And already here in the first quarter, the Olympians down 14-0.
4 plays, 37 yards and 56 seconds.
That's entirely too quick.
Tolchin will kick the ball off. Travion Pope back to receive the ball right at about the 3-yard line. And Tolchin says, see if you can grab this one. Kicked it right at him.
You know, Tolchin's putting some heat on that with his feet.
I wonder if he could throw with that foot.
Everything looks pretty accurate so far.
So Michael Tolchin, very impressive, a 6'2" senior. And Leuzinger now taking things over with 5:48 at the 20-yard line. Travion Pope split to the near side, under center. Kololo with a delayed handoff on the draw play, fighting his way, trying to get to the 25-yard line, just short of that. So we'll call it a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
You see that run.
It's going to be John Bullock.
Nice tackle.
Stopped right there.
So the Sea Kings with a 4-man front. We got Bohm, who scored the touchdown. He is the right end. John Bolach is the right tackle. Right now he's the right guard on defense. And look out. Here comes Kololo. Actually, that's Travion Pope on the misdirection. And Pope has enough for a 1st down, an 11-yard gain.
All right, that's a great run right there by Travion Pope. Let's get a little something going here for the Olympians. See that nice run out to the left? Lou, very important that they get something going here. You don't want to get in a hole down 3 touchdowns in the first quarter.
The left end is Connor Markley, and number 72, Andrew Buckland, one of the defensive captains. He is the left guard. So, yeah, the Olympians don't want to let the Sea Kings get too far ahead.
And to be a legal procedure called against the Olympians.
So there was something funky going on with that formation. So the officials got together and decided that let's take that run and 1st down back and send the Olympians back to the 19-yard line. So 5 yards on the penalty. We'll take that run away from Pope. So Pope again split out wide to the near side. Backs in the eye behind Buloka. And a draw play. Galera was hit hard by his opposite number, Dean Alessi. Spun out of that. And a hard-fought 5 yards for Rafael Galera.
Dina Leslie definitely coming with the hard hit there.
So a big 4th down play, and would imagine that Ronald Jenkins, the coach of the Olympians, is going to tell his team to punt this one away. Or are they? Nope. Oh, this is, pardon me, it's 3rd down after the penalty. I'm sorry. One man in the backfield under center. Sammy Paloka hands it off to Loa Kololo. Kololo gets beyond the 25-yard line, but needed to get to the 30 and didn't make it. He was gang tackled right at about the 28.
See Loa getting that run in there. And then once one comes, they all come.
So if you could call it a team tackle, that's exactly what it was. And now comes on Julio Padilla. And they'll punt it away with 4th and 2.
All right, now you got the 4th down, Lou.
Padilla back to receive, actually back to punt the ball away, and Dean Alessi back inside his 50-yard line. And that one again, the Sea Kings really came in, and this one is going to be down by Travion Pope inside of PV territory at about the 37-yard line. And coming in with heavy pressure was Ian Ursig of the Sea Kings. But it was a good punt by Padilla, got a nice bounce.
Definitely, and this next drive coming up is very important for the Leuzinger defense. They have to set the tone for this team tonight because Palos Verdes has started off very quick, very hot.
Matt Mosic, the center for the Sea Kings, runs out, backs in the eye, man in motion. Here comes Alessi to the near side, but the handoff is to, and that is Lopez. Lopes, look out, he has one man to beat and can't beat him. Finally tackled at the 30-yard line, and that was a huge run from the 37-yard line all the way down to the 27-yard line.
And, you know, Lopez is definitely showing his stuff tonight. Very elusive in the open field.
So a 35-yard run by Lopes.
You see there, once he sees that seam, he's gone. Barely tackles him right there. Barely, look at that. Come here, come here, come here. And he gets him.
Grabbed him by the tag inside the shirt. So at the 27-yard line of Leuzinger, and he almost had a second touchdown.
Very close.
Scott. Handoff to Lopes after the 35-yard run. He's going to try for the touchdown. Bounces off of 2 tacklers of the Olympians. Goes into the end zone, towards the end zone. Did he make it in? No, just missed it. They're going to call it down at the 1-yard line.
Lopez, explosive with an Adrian Peterson like one with a couple stiff arms there at the end.
So you're going to call that 1st and goal from the 1-yard line and a 26-yard run. And Lopes is already near 100 yards for the game. 2:10 left to go in the first quarter.
Almost 100 yards for the game, and we're not even into the second quarter yet.
Scott under center. Backs in the eye behind him. Ball goes to Lopes, trying to burrow his way into the end zone, and it is a touchdown, Sea Kings.
Oh, flag.
Now we have a flag. Let's hope that's not a personal foul against the Olympians, losing their temper. So let's wait before we call it a 1-yard run by Lopes. Ken Smotry talking things over with Phil Jenks, the umpire. When you're down there underneath the pile, sometimes that could mean either holding or a personal foul. And that's a personal foul against the Sea Kings. So is it before or after the touchdown? We're still talking about things right now. So it's a 2.5-yard penalty.
After the TD.
So still waiting for the official to call it and to mark it properly. So obviously it was at the touchdown because they started the march at the 2.5-yard line from where the, let's see the call.
Fella's taking a little while to figure out what this is.
So it was a personal foul, that's for sure. So it was after the touchdown because they spotted the ball where the PAT is snapped from at the 2.5-yard line. So now Tolchin with a 35-yard PAT attempt. Snap good, spot good, kick is high, end over end. And that's no good, wide to the left as well.
The extra point is no good.
So with 1:49 left to go, it's 20-0 in favor of Palos Verdes.
On the board, you're losing your Olympians. Let's get off.
And like I said earlier, Lou, this is something that the Olympians did not want to happen, getting down in a big hole like this early.
All right, so 20-0. And a 1-yard run, the second touchdown of the night for Lopes. And Lopes just adding on to his numbers. 3 touchdowns coming in. He may have that surpassed in one game.
You know what? Lopez is definitely putting on the show tonight.
There's Tolchin. He's got the big leg, but he needs to bring it in kind of like a golf drive.
Yeah.
Kind of over swinging.
I think he knows he can kick it well, and he's overthinking it a little bit.
So we called it the Battle of the Lines, and obviously there you see Coach Jenkins trying to figure things out as Tolchin addresses the ball. Hello, ball. Kicks it right to Pope. And he couldn't wrangle it in, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Leuzinger at their own 20-yard line with 1:49 left to go. So 4 plays on the touchdown again, and 63 yards on the drive. And that took 1 minute and 12 seconds. So here come the Olympians. See if they can come back here as the first quarter's winding down. Paluca has a man open, and good defense again. I'll tell you what, Jamari White was going up for the ball. Nick Hartzheim is one heck of a defensive back. That was a beautiful defensive play.
That was a great defensive play. You see him go up, try to catch that ball. Number 8 for the Olympians. Looks like he almost had that there.
Pascal and Galera split out to the far side, I should say. Travion Pope to the near side. Handoff. Man, Cololo was smacked right at the line of scrimmage.
Definitely smacked.
And that's a 1-yard loss, as a matter of fact. So it'll be 3rd down and 11.
See that mean tackle right there.
Mario Mesa, number 78. So the Olympians got to soften up that line. Actually, it's number 79 who's not on our roster. So I'd imagine a lot of guys maybe from the JV team are going to get some looks here for the Sea Kings. Maybe too much time because the back judge threw the flag up. And that was a big 3rd down and 11 play with 52 seconds left. And we're going to march back 5 yards more to the 14. So it'll be 4th and 16.
These penalties aren't helping Leuzinger at all.
They're just the 5-yard variety, but both of them have hurt. Puloka passes across the middle. It's caught by Travion Pope, but just trying to get to the line of scrimmage as he was hit back by Hartzheim. And then the rest of the Sea Kings came on to finish him off, led by Ryan Corcoran.
That's a great catch by Pope, but you got to keep going straight.
So I'm going to call that a 3-yard gain on the catch. And that's it. So the replay of 3rd down. So now it's 4th down and 11 yards to go. We'll call it a 5-yard gain then because it's 4th and 11. Padilla getting set to punt the ball to Alessi at the 50-yard line, and now time is stopped on the field, and that ends the first quarter of play. Now it's been all Sea Kings, and we'll be back with the second quarter of action right after this on CityTV 3. Second quarter just about ready to get underway. Leuzinger with the ball. It is 4th down and 11 yards to go. Padilla, look out. He gets nailed and just barely gets that punt off. I don't even think that's going to get to the 30-yard line. That's out of bounds over the far sideline. He was just absolutely nailed. And you know what? That might be a roughing the kicker call. So that is a roughing the kicker call. Ken Smotry making that call, so it's going to be an automatic first down for Leuzinger. And right now, they'll take it any way they can. So the ball is going to be marked off from the line of scrimmage. It should be from the 19-yard line. Looks like they started at about the 17. Should be at the just before, right at the 34-yard line. Okay. We'll call it the 33. So 15-yard penalty. 3 15-yard penalties against the Sea Kings. Actually, one of them was, 3. So 3 for 45 yards. So it's 1st and 10 for the Olympians. Out of the shotgun for Puloka. Back to pass. Looking for the sideline, and again, terrific coverage. Travion Pope, actually, that was Dakari Pascal. And that was Will Scolinos on the coverage. Watch the coverage again. These defensive backs for the Sea Kings are very well coached. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 33. As Puloka is 3 out of 8 for 8 yards. The running game hasn't done a whole lot either tonight. As a matter of fact, that penalty, that was the largest gain. Puloka being chased down, and the ball is in and out of the hands of the Olympian receiver. That was Jamari White. But we'll watch Puloka being chased down to the backfield. He did a good job just to get rid of the ball. Jamari White trying to get something going. Pascal saying it's okay. But the Sea King defense, they have really been playing well over the past 2+ games now. Their last loss was a 45-24 loss to El Toro. But now the ball is dropped. Look out, Puloka. Just trying to survive down there. Big number 79 for the Sea Kings with the tackle, along with Mason Manu. So looks like it's going to be 4th down and 10, as the Olympians couldn't take advantage of it. And Sammy Puloka coming back off. So Padilla will be punting the ball away now, left to right. 2 receivers. Lopes and Alessi. It'll be Lopes at the 39-yard line. Lopes being chased down, and a good block gets rid of Travion Pope. Coming out of the near sideline, better blocking up front. Lopes runs into the Leuzinger defense. Rafael Galera along with Robert Barbie there. So it'll be 1st and 10 deep inside of the territory of the Leuzinger Olympians with 10:42 left to go in the half. Now let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lou. Palos Verdes having a lot of success in this first half here. Lopez on the year has 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns already tonight, and slowly approaching, might be over 100 yards already. The Leuzinger Olympians have to get themselves out of this hole. You do not want to go into the half with a high-scoring team like Palos Verdes, who just came off of a big win, 44-0 against Dominguez. You don't want to get into a bind with this team because they already put up 20 points already. So let's see if the Leuzinger Olympians can come back and get themselves out of this hole.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. Doing double duty tonight as Scott passes the ball out on the flat. It's complete to Tolchin. Tolchin is hit hard and driven back, but not after a nice game, as Paloco was there along with Kalolo. And the ball goes down to the 24-yard line. So we'll call it a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4 for the Sea Kings. Brian Scott. Fullback in the game is Matt Geierman. And getting the ball on the handoff is Lopes, and he gets down to the 21-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. After the 3-yard gain, so the Leuzinger defense doing a good job. And coming off for the Olympians on defense is Louis Cruz. So Allen looking for the timing pattern, has a man open. That's Alessi, and Travion Pope does a good job of knocking the ball away, or that would have been the 4th touchdown in the half. So Travion Pope showing he can do a good job in the defensive backfield as well.
Travion Pope again playing both sides of the field. You see him get down there, runs fast too, get down there. Great defensive play.
That's right, Alessi was definitely open. So now it's 4th and 2. Lopes. And looks like he's got the first down and then some. Got about a 6-yard gain out of that. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. So when they need the yards.
Lopez with another strong run on there.
And Obina Akpa with the tackle. So from the 15-yard line, clock running, 8:50 left to go in the half, 20-0 in favor of the Sea Kings. Scott looking for the end zone on the timing pattern again to Alessi against Pope, and this time it's Alessi winning the battle into the end zone. Touchdown, Palos Verdes.
They're making it look very easy right now, Lou.
So it's 26-0 on the 16-yard pass and catch on the timing pattern. Yep, it's kind of like a practice out there right now as Travion Pope
almost looked like
didn't even turn his head around.
It almost looked like he gave up on that one.
Tolchin tacking on the extra point. And with 8:40 left to go in the first half of play, it is Palos Verdes 27 and Leuzinger nothing.
Tolchin with a nice kick to add on that extra point right there. That one went almost to Hawthorne, Lou.
Sure did. That almost hit the CityTV 3 studios.
That kid's got a foot, definitely. Young Sebastian Janikowski out there.
So 6-play drive, Sebastian, at 8:40. So that was 1 minute and 58 seconds from the 30-yard line of Leuzinger, and well, you just can't keep giving up that type of field position and expect to come out with good results.
Definitely. And Palos Verdes, they're doing everything with efficiency tonight. They're scoring in less than 2 minutes once they get the ball.
So Tolchin getting ready to kick things off, and Travion Pope is the lone man to receive it. And now Tolchin is really getting accurate because he kicked it right to Pope. Travion trying to get up to the 15, and that Sea King special teams unit shows off now and buries Travion Pope. That was Tyler Moore and Ryan Nahin on the tackle. So 8:34 from the 15-yard line, we're going to call it.
Even the special teams getting out right there. Everything clicking on all cylinders for Palos Verdes tonight.
I wonder if Tolchin took a little off of it so they could work on their tackling.
I think Tolchin is playing around right now.
Fake handoff, and Kalola gets the ball at the 20-yard line and is hit on a terrific open field tackle. And that was by Will Scolinos.
That's a good tackle by Will Scalino, stopping him right in his tracks, right there.
Yep, that's the only way you're going to stop somebody that much bigger than you. Cololo is 5'10", 185. Scalino, let's see what his numbers are. 5'10", 166. So you're giving up 20 pounds. Yep, I'm going to get down there too. So a running play again up to about the 26-yard line. And that's going to be good enough for a Leuzinger first down. And that was Cololo again on the 4-yard gain. Let's watch him pick up. He stands straight up and still pushes that pile.
And we see Leuzinger tonight heavily relying on the screen passes and the running. I want to see, can they test these defensive backs a little bit for Palos Verdes?
So it's the first down besides the penalty, as now the pass is going on the far sideline. Travion Pope catches it, and another good open field tackle by Scolinos, or Pope would have been way downfield.
Yeah, Pope almost had that one. Scolinos doing a very good job on defense containing his man.
A nice gain to the 34-yard line, an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, even after the catch, you see him still gets there. Scalino still playing.
So actually that was number 46, so that was John Walker, excuse me.
John Walker with a nice tackle.
So out of the eye, handoff to Cololo, pushing the pile again, so Leuzinger trying to soften up the interior line of the Sea Kings, and they do it again. Let's watch it again. So Cololo is initially hit by Connor Markley and just brushes him out of the way.
You see he went by his man just to get through that tackle. Relentless Palos Verdes team you see here on defense tonight.
So a 3-yard gain and a first down for Cololo and the Olympians, trying to get to score before halftime. Delayed handoff, and that didn't work as Cololo dives forward. And did he even get back to the line of scrimmage? Just barely. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
See the tackle there.
Nice hit by Philip Bernard. Just a sophomore being put into play. And I believe that's a timeout by Leuzinger. And that might be their 2nd timeout. 2nd timeout for the Olympians. with 5:51 left to go in the first half.
The Olympians, it's very important that they get a little something going, a little momentum that'll take them into the halftime.
So Palos Verdes bringing a lot of people over, and see the Leuzinger crowd as well. And their bench, they're just trying to get something going, like you said. Cololo and the offensive line, and it is a good one. The only sophomore is Moala Wolfgram. He's the right tackle. The left tackle is Latu Pacetti. And then there's James Soakai, the right guard. The left guard is Javier Rivas, and the center is Robert Barbie.
Palos Verdes, they truly did bring everybody, even the band. I see a couple tubas over there.
It sure did. Travion Pope just can't come up with that one. And that was a good pass, a good idea, but the pass just a little bit low. So 3rd down and 9 for the Olympians. Paloka had a nice lot of time too.
See, that pass is just a little low for Travion. He has to get down real low to catch that. That's not where you want to put it for your receivers.
Pascal splits out to the near side, just below us. Pope to the far side. 2 receivers, bookending Paloka. Looking towards the near side, and that one is in front of Kuloa. So now it's 4th down and 9. And Paloka has not connected on his last 5 passes. So out comes the punting unit. Julio and Juan Padilla. So Julio Padilla is the kicker, and his brother Jose is the long snapper. So does that mean if there's a bad snap, he gets to noogie him?
They get to blame each other for anything that happens, pretty much.
Snap gets back there this time and caught at about the 36-yard line. And look out, here comes Alessi across the 50-yard line, still on his feet. Finally corralled by Rafael Galera and brought down by Javier Rivas. But not after a long return.
Alessi playing big out there, kind of hard to tackle. You see, he catches the ball back in the backfield, a little jukes.
He's a pretty good runner, good runner.
Yeah, he is. There's another one right there. Oh, you thought you had me, but you didn't. Oh, another one. And then they finally get him, 2 of them.
So inside the Olympian territory again. After a 24-yard return by Alessi. And Alessi is split out to the near side, to the left of Brian Scott, who's under center. And a wide receiver, or I should say a naked screen. And look out, here comes Anthony Collins, far down the sideline, gets by everybody, into the end zone. Touchdown, Palos Verdes.
Oh, Lou, did you see the way he turned on the Jets there? Right around the corner.
Anthony Collins is a senior, only 5'5", 145 pounds, and you said it, he's got jets. But what blocking up front on the screen.
After he turns this corner, just watch how the speed just goes up. I mean, we're showing it in slow motion. He's still going fast.
So that was what you call, in some cases, a naked screen. And he blew the jerseys off of the Olympians on that one. It's 33-0.
He definitely did.
Snap back, ball down, kick is up and good with 5:24 left to go in the first half. It's 33-0. Check that, it should be 34-0 in favor of the Sea Kings.
And you know what, Lou? Like we talked about earlier today, they're coming off a 44-0 win. I think they have a great chance to eclipse that amount of points that they scored in that last game tonight.
So 42-yard run. With 5:24, that took all of 10 seconds on the 42-yard drive. PAT was good. Oh, it was no good. Oh, okay. I thought they said it was good. No good? Okay. So the white hat said it was good. All right. So we have a discrepancy on the officiating. So it was no good, the PAT. That's what we get for looking at the white hat. So Travion Pope gets it at his own 2-yard line. And look out, here comes a bunch of white shirts. Gets rid of one tackler. Here comes Pope, gets up to the 30-yard line. And Travion with a nice move to get by one Sea King. And then he got about another 10, 12 yards out of that. And look out, Travion, it comes up a little lame.
And Lou, you talk about that last kick. Well, I think we might have a few replacement refs out here.
Dare I say these guys are a little better.
Travion Pope with a nice run, coming up a little limpy.
Was brought down by Nick Iacono.
He's getting carried off the field right now. It's going to get looked at by the trainers.
And Sebastian is going to go downstairs and find out what's going on with Travion. As Brianna, one of the trainers that covers the Olympians, and could be a left ankle. So, but again, I'm not a doctor. I have played one on television. So to the 32-yard line, the Olympians will start with 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. And there you see Jamari White along with Dakari Pascal, and Akpa will take over for Travion Pope, split to the near side. Backside of the eye behind Puloka. Play action, long pass to the sideline, and that goes out of bounds, and the pass was intended for Jamari White. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line. So let's see if we can see that one again as Sammy Puloka with a nice throw, but again, good defense shown by the Sea Kings. And that is more than apparent by the Sea Kings' last couple of games, especially the last one, a 44-0 win over Dominguez, and defeating Moore Park 35-34. That was a shootout. So handoff again into the middle, and Puloka maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage and then is shoved back in a show of strength by the Sea Kings. There was Andrew Gosiu and Andrew Buckland on the tackle. Also in there was Matt Lopez. Matt Lopes. You also see number 46 in there, John Walker. And that was a 3-against-1. 4:30 and counting in the first half. And it's 3rd and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Puloka, one man in the backfield. Look out. And this one is dropped by Pascal. It was a little bit behind him, but he would have had a first down at the 45-yard line. I'll tell you what, there was some heavy pressure coming in. And oops, that hit him right in the hands. And it was a little bit behind Dakari, but it did hit him in the hands, and he'll tell you that he should have had it. So Puloka is 0 for 7 in his last 7 passes, and a timeout with 4:10 left to go. And Ronald Jenkins and crew need to decide whether they're going to go for it. On 4th and 9 from their own 33-yard line. There's Jenkins. And shaking his head with 4:10 left to go, thinking that could be my 3rd timeout. Over on the other side, the Sea King defense just getting ready. So the Leuzinger Olympians, after Palos Verdes, they'll go across up the hill to Palos Verdes Rolling Hills Estates, take on Palos Verdes Peninsula. So we'll go to Sebastian after the punt. So now Julio Padilla, will punt the ball away, being snapped to by Juan Padilla. Lopes and Alessi back deep to receive the punt between the 40 and the 35-yard line. Here come the Sea Kings, and this is a punt off of the ankle, and that will generously be placed at the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sea Kings. Let's hit Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I came down here to get an update on Travion Pope, who you saw limping off the field, getting help by the trainers. I asked defensive coach Lex Brown, what's going on with Travion Pope? Is everything okay? He looked at me and he said, ain't nothing wrong with that kid. And he just got stretched out a little bit. He's getting ready to put his shoes back on. He's going back out there, so nothing to be alarmed about for the Olympian fans. Back to you, Lou.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian, and he'll be running back up here with 4:10 left to go. Out of the shotgun is Scott as a new quarterback, and this is Dan DeRocco. DeRocco, with those fresh legs, gets hit out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, inside the 25-yard line. So kind of a wildcat offense as DeRocco is going to stay in the ball game at quarterback, I do believe. So it'll be the 24-yard line. So 1st down, there you see DeRocco on the fake handoff, and that's just a straight, good old-fashioned bootleg. So a 26-yard gain. And wait a minute, how come the chains haven't moved? Personal foul on the Sea Kings. So this one's going to come back. But it's still going to be a 1st down because it was a 26-yard gain. Personal foul against Palos Verdes. Still a 1st down, but it's not as deep downfield. It'll be to the 39-yard line. There you see DeRocco running downfield and gets hit out of bounds, and maybe there's your personal foul by Tolchin on the late hit. So now the ball is handed off to Lopes from DeRocco, and it'll be about a 5-6 yard gain down to the 34. So we'll call it a 5-yard gain. Call it to the 33, and it's a 6-yard gain. There you see for Leuzinger, in the middle of all that action is Robert Barbie on defense, as he usually is. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Sea King. Man in motion is Alessi. DeRocco and keeps the ball. Here comes a bootleg on the other way. He is fast, trying to outrun Travion Pope. Can't get around the edge, but still has enough for a 1st down, and that's right at the Leuzinger 20-yard line. Dan DeRocco taking over a quarterback.
Dan DeRocco showing his stuff a little bit. He's playing pretty well right now.
I'd say so. A 13-yard run.
Nice run to the outside. You see him right here. Turns on the Jets as well.
So his first run was a 26-yard run. That was negated by the 15-yard penalty. So that was an 11-yard run to start things off. DeRocco again. This is just a straight bootleg on the 1st down, and DeRocco gets down to the 15. So it's 2nd down and 5 for the Sea Kings with 2:52 left to go.
Some great defense there by the Olympians, catching that run right before it gets ready to start happening.
So DeRocco barking out the signals. A little bit of confusion down there. So it's been all running plays for DeRocco so far, and all 5 plays he's been in on. So maybe the Olympians, they're shifting up on defense. Coming in is Maloa Wolfgram. And Adrian Galera gets back out there. Coming out is Barbie. So DeRoca with a pass that's complete to Alessi. Alessi is caught and spun down as he tried to stiff arm Travion Pope out of the way.
Alessi is another catch you see there, very effective tonight. Almost had a touchdown if he would have got away.
Let's just try to get away from me, but Travion grabbing onto those black, red, and white socks.
His teammate looked like he knocked him down right there.
Just held him up long enough. Clock running with 2:15 left to go in the first half. And a big mountain to climb for the Olympians if they want to try to get back into this. Out of the shotgun is DeRoca. Fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself and uses Lopes as a blocker. And a penalty flag on the play as Cololo makes the tackle. But is that a horse collar?
Looks like it.
Let's see the replay. Up face mask. So take your pick on that one. It's against Leuzinger, so it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So it was first and goal, and this is half the distance to the goal. So replay first down. First and goal inside the 5-yard line. Don't need to give the Sea Kings that much of an advantage. Call that the 3. DeRoca out of the shotgun. Gives it to Lopes, splits the middle, and walks into the end zone for the touchdown, Palos Verdes, with 1:32 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, well, there it is, Lou. That's his third one.
Got the hat trick, and behind some terrific blocking there by Matt Mosic, pancaking the Leuzinger Olympian defensive lineman.
And this is a pretty big lead they have here in the first half going in.
Tolchin, high end over end, and this one goes through, and 1, 2, 3 officials say it's good this time.
Both referees said the same thing. That's always a good thing these days.
So it's 40-0 in favor of Palos Verdes. So they've almost matched the final score of last week, they being the Sea Kings.
Oh, they're definitely going to eclipse that. They keep playing this way. I think the JV kids might get a shot today.
So that's an 8-play drive that covered 50 yards. And with 1:31, about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So that was a long drive.
That was a long drive for Palos Verdes and a lot longer than their usual scores have been.
So TD runs of 25, 1, and 3 yards for Matt Lopes. So Leuzinger just looking for something to cheer about as Tolchin's kick is to the 2-yard line for Travion Pope, looking for a seam to run through, and there is none. And he is buried. About the 14-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. It's Travion Pope looking pretty good back out there, maybe cramped up a little bit, had things twisted around.
Yeah, Travion was on the sideline stretching that foot out with the trainer. As you see, his feet look pretty good right here, but you know, that Palos Verdes defense is making sure he goes nowhere.
Almost twisted the other one off, number 62 for Palos Verdes. So 1:24 left to go, and a long way to go for the end zone. 76 yards, or 86 yards, excuse me. Man in motion is Galera to the far side. Paloka looking towards the middle, gets heavy pressure, and this one's going to be picked off. This is by Scaloni. Scaloni gets some blockers in front of him, and look out, he's going to return it for a touchdown. So 42-yard interception return for a touchdown, and this one has just gotten way out of hand.
There you go, Lou. They passed 44, what they put up on Dominguez last week.
So there was the catch right there, the interception, and Cololo couldn't catch him.
Great block right there on Travion Pope.
And went right around Maloa Wolfgang with 1:09 left to go. So Scalinos with the interception return for the touchdown. The PAT is up and good by Tolchin. And it's 47-0 in favor of Palos Verdes. Now they're playing the Fighting Irish, the Notre Dame theme song. It might be the Fighting Irish out there. You never know the way they're playing.
Yeah, definitely.
So Scalinos doing a terrific job. And I don't know if we still have that replay down on the truck, Tom, but do want to show that Paloka was under heavy pressure as well. He was getting bookended by the Sea King defensive ends.
Definitely.
Okay. Can't find it. It's lost in the archives, the huge archives of CityTV 3. So Tolchin, see how close he can come to getting Pope without even Travion moving. Now Travion moves up to the 5-yard line and comes to the near side, gets some blocking. Here comes Travion trying to get out of the grasp of the Sea King defender, and just cannot get out of the grasp of Hiro Yamamoto, or Travion might still be running.
That was a very great run by Travion
It was. 30 yards on the return.
See a couple jukes in there. That one right there.
There Yamamoto grabs a hold of him, and just that close from breaking it for a long one. But 30 yards, that's a pretty good return. Decent field position, best field position to start off a drive for the Olympians tonight.
Best that they have in a while.
And David Battle gets the handoff and gains about a yard. Or maybe, no. Okay, well, we had originally said the line of scrimmage was going to be the 35. They brought the ball, they spotted the ball at the 32. Now it's at the 34. So Battle with a 2-yard gain. Backs out of the eye, tight formation up front. And a new quarterback, that's Edwin Santos. And Santos hands off the ball to Battle. Battle battling his way to about the 41-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, Battle showing some good running right now.
Edson Santos taking over a quarterback right now. And that is a good run, good blocking up front. Nice block by Andrew Harvey. And they're going to give him a first down. So that was well earned. So an 8-yard gain as the clock was running for David Battle in the first down as the clock winds down to halftime. So the Sea Kings, wonder if they wore themselves out, putting up 47 on the board. We'll come back with the unofficial numbers and stats right after this on CityTV 31. And we are back at Lou House, 47-0. Palos Verdes leading Leuzinger in the Bay League opener. And let's go to some statistics right now for Leuzinger. Loa Kalolo, 7 carries, only 25 yards, and a couple of first downs. And for the quarterback for the Leuzinger Olympians, Sammy Puloka, having a dismal night, 4 out of 15 for only 9 yards and 1 interception that was returned for a touchdown. And that was by the Sea Kings in number 42, but actually number 16. That was Will Scolinos. Over on the other side for the Sea Kings, Matt Lopes, 17 carries. Check that, 13 carries for 125 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the quarterback, Brian Scott for the Sea Kings, 5 out of 7 for 101 yards and a touchdown, and has completed passes to 5 different receivers. And the Sea Kings well in control of this one, as we're getting set for Sebastian Spencer to give us an update on what Coach Ronald Jenkins has in store for the Olympians, and what he wants them to do besides just play and keep your heads up. And over on the other side, we're going to see probably a lot of people that may have come with the club from the JV squad, and don't know if we're going to see Matt Lopes anymore tonight. Don't know if we're going to see Brian Scott anymore tonight, or Dean Alessi, because a couple of rough games coming up for them. Miracosta and then West, 2 very tough teams in the Bay League. And it doesn't get any tougher for the Leuzinger Olympians coming up. They have to go over the hill to Penny, or up the hill, and that's not going to be an easy game as well. Then it'll be Redondo Union. Miracosta and the West rounds out their preseason. But they did snap a 24-game losing streak last week against Hawthorne, have the Mayor's Cup back in the trophy case as we get set to go. And the Olympians will be receiving the ball. Dakari Pascal along with Akpa. He'll be on the far side to our left, getting ready to see the bar. There you see Pascal. And now we're switching sides. Yep, we're switching sides. So the Bay League opener, something to forget for the Olympians, and now they just have to believe that the score is 0-0 and just work from there. We did see sophomore quarterback Edson Santos take some snaps in the final series for the Olympians. So maybe we'll see him again getting some snaps, getting some work. Not a bad way to do it, because you just never know about the health of one of your most important people, Sammy Puloka. Want to keep him healthy through the season. As Tolchin getting ready to kick it off to the Olympians. Akpa to the near side now, and a line drive kick is caught at the 3-yard line. Met at about the 17-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Olympians at that spot as we open up the third quarter. So we'll see who comes in at quarterback. It'll be Santos again. So Kalolo along with Poluka are out of the ball game. So we're going to see what the second string can do for the Leuzinger Olympians against this defense as they come out. And Louis Cruz also in the ball game now. And this is from the 17-yard line. So the ball is handed off, and now let's go down to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lou. I talked to Coach Jenkins coming out of that locker room, and he is very disappointed in his guys. Very hurt. And he has a pretty interesting philosophy right now. He said, we're basically taking out all the starters on both sides. So the second string is playing right now, and the JV kids are getting a chance to show what they got. Because he said clearly the starters didn't want to show what they had in that first half tonight. And he told me that, you know, You don't get in pads to not play hard. You know, that's what these guys come out here to play for. And he feels like the first string is not playing good enough, so the second string and these JV kids are getting a chance.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. A very, very good point, and see if they can get some production out of the JV team. The flag was thrown by the line judge, and it's an offside against the Sea Kings. So Leuzinger gets the break, and David Battle comes off after starting at running back. Now at running back, the halfback is Gospel and Kenna. And Kenna gets the ball and gets into the middle, gets across the 25-yard line. A nice gain for Gospel. And that's at the 26-yard line. Is that good enough for a first down? To the 27-yard line. And that is a first down, Olympians. 9-yard gain. Guess we can call that the gospel according to the Olympians. Gospel again hits the line, gets a couple of yards close to the 30-yard line. So a rejuvenated specialty team. Still have the original front. And then Kenna comes off now after gaining a couple of yards as he danced his way to the 30-yard line. So it's a 3-yard gain for Kenna, and it's second down and 7. Louis Cruz split out to the near side. Akpa in motion. Santos under center, and he'll hand the ball off to Battle. Nice pick his way through the hole. That's going to be a first down to the 40-yard line as he hit the hole and went to his right. And a first down for the Olympians at the 41, an 11-yard gain. You see it there, and finally brought down. So the handoff again. David Battle again. But this time the Sea Kings come up and make the tackle. It's Andrew Kim. So a 1-yard gain, actually a no gain. Yeah, we'll give him a 1-yard gain.
That's going to be Andrew Kim making the tackle on the play.
Santos coming in. There you see David Battle. So third quarter, 47-0 in favor of the Sea Kings. Backs out of the eye. Double tight end set for Leuzinger. And Santos with the keeper, and look out. The Sea Kings did not bite on that one. That was Kim again. Kim just went right in there and corralled Santos, and that's going to be a 6-yard loss. Back to the 35. Santos actually did a good job on the fake handoff. And the fake handoff was to Adrian Galera. And it's, there's Richard Kim and friends. John Walker there as well. Santos will hand the ball off this time, and a terrific run by Kenna. And Kenna gets positive yardage and gets hit at the 45-yard line and thrown back. But not before a terrific run. It's going to be a 4th and about 6. So nice tackle, open field tackle by Sean Carroll. So for Gospel, that's a 10-yard run. He'll get it again. And Kenna gets up to about the 46-yard line, but it'll be turned over on downs. So even on the defense, these players are being taken over as Julio Padilla, actually, Julio Padilla is out there at one of the cornerback positions. So the Olympians ate up about 6 minutes and 15 seconds on that, but look out, as that is a new runner. That is Tyler Moore. Tyler Moore gets pushed out of bounds finally at about the 5-yard line. You're going to call it the 6. So Louis Cruz knocking Tyler Moore out of bounds. And look at the blocking up front. Big hole there. Tyler Moore with a 40-yard run. Tyler has 267 yards on the ground, but mainly tonight it was Matt Lopes who will probably get the rest of the night off. And the quarterback is still Dan DeRocco. Drops the ball, picks it up though, and cuts his way into the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Palos Verdes with 4:49 left to go in the third quarter. So that took 52 seconds. And 2 plays. Covered 46 yards. Tolchin going to try to tack on the extra point. Spot good, kick good.
And Tolchin's extra point is good for the Sea Kings.
So it's 54-0 in favor of Palos Verdes. So DeRocco gets on the scoreboard with a 6-yard run. And that was even after he dropped the ball and kept on going. Had some blockers in front of him. Chasing behind him, but not catching him was Wolfgram. So Leuzinger looking to take things over. Now the clock is rolling. It'll continuously roll for the rest of the game. So now the Sea Kings just taking their time now, and they're letting time run off the clock. So Travion Pope along with Akpa. Back deep to receive the kick from Tolchin. High, powerful end-over-end kick right in that same spot at the 3-yard line. Picked up by Pope. Pope gets to about the 15-yard line, and that's about it. Nice little shot by Robert Barbie afterwards, number 51, but it'll be 1st and 10 as Travion Pope, part of that first unit, comes off. And there you see Travion. That was might have been a block in the back by the Sea Kings and Andrew Gucciu. But with 2:29 clock rolling, ball is at the 15-yard line. Barbie brings him out to center. Edson Santos over center. Akpa is the wing back. And the handoff goes to David Battle. And Battle gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Glad you could join us on CityTV 3 for the Bay League opener. Lots of anticipation by Leuzinger after a big win over Hawthorne. But the Sea Kings on a roll, winning 2 in a row coming into this game. Santos Hands the ball off to Battle. And Battle is hit again at the line of scrimmage. Philip Bernard, one of the Sea Kings there. And 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. We'll give a 1-yard gain to Battle. So under a minute, clock rolling. And Battle again is the tailback. Santos hands the ball off to Battle again. Barbie lost his man. So number 80, along with Nick Deaver, doing the damage on defense. So we thought that the Sea Kings would throw in some JV players, and they have. Number 80, number 89, Ryan Nahin, doesn't get in there a lot. Number 23, Andrew Garcia, he is a big player on defense with 11 tackles and an interception. Santos, one man in the backfield. That's David Battle. Double tight end set, actually a two-man in there. Number 44 jumps offside. That's Tanner Tellenbach. Let's see if he was drawn offside. And that's going to end the third quarter of play with the Sea Kings well in control of this one in the Bay League opener. And before we take a timeout, there is a 5-yard penalty against the Sea Kings, so the Leuzinger Olympians will have a 4th down and 4 decision when we come back. $54-0 is our score on CityTV. CityTV, want to thank you for joining us as the fourth quarter just about ready to roll, and it will continuously roll with that score. It's a 4th down and 5 decision for Leuzinger, and they're going to go for it. Santos hands the ball off to Enkena, and Enkena gets close. Slipped a tackle. And let's see the spot. That's going to be 1st down for the Sea Kings at the Leuzinger 24-yard line. So that was an 8-yard gain for Gospel. Just a prayer short. So 11:30 and clock running. And Coach Jenkins just wanting his second unit to get as many snaps as possible going forward on 4th down, and almost got away with it. So we have our third quarterback of the game for the Sea Kings is Stephen Del Carson. Del Carson hands the ball off to Tyler Rosen. And Rosen gets maybe a yard. So Stephen Del Carson is a sophomore, a 6'1", 180-pounder. So it's 2nd down and 9 from the 23-yard line. Del Carson, this is the future for the Sea Kings, that's for sure. Ball is handed off. And David Battle with the tackle on Joey Chenoweth. Chenoweth, another sophomore, 5'6", 135 pounds. And Chenoweth gets down to the 20-yard line, so a 3-yard gain for Joey. 9:59 clock running, and a new offensive line as well for the Sea Kings. Split out to the far side is Matt Vogel. To the near side is Nick Iacono. Del Carson hands the ball off up the middle to Kyle Graff, and Graff gets to about the 18-yard line. So Graff, number 35, with a 2-yard gain. So here we go with a 4th down decision for Guy Gardner for the first time, and they're going to go for it. No field goal try here. This would be a chip shot for Tolchin anyway. So Del Carson. And his tailback is Tyler Rosen. The halfback, or the fullback I should say, is number 62, a JV player. And they bowl their way over right guard, or check that, over left guard. And it's going to be a first down for the Sea Kings, as getting knocked over was Javier Rivas. And this goes down to the 12-yard line with 8:45 clock rolling. So first down for Rosen on the 6-yard gain. Del Carson jogs back in with the play. Number 60, not on our card, is the fullback. Now number 14, Joey Chenoweth, is the halfback. Fullback gets the ball, number 60, and he is quite a load. Gets down inside the 5-yard line. One of those fire plug type of kids. Gets down to the 4. So an 8-yard gain for number 60, maybe 5'8", and I would imagine about 170 pounds. Bowling balls his way down to the 4-yard line. So now it's second down and about 2 yards to go with 7:35 left to go in the ball game. Again, Robert Jenkins, the head coach, Ronald Jenkins, excuse me, the head coach of Leuzinger, pulling his first team before the first half ended, believing he didn't get the effort that he would have liked to have seen from his first stringers, and putting out the second stringers. And too much time taken off the clock. So it'll go back 5 yards, and it'll be second down and about 7 yards to go. Del Carson hands the ball off to Kyle Graff. Graff pinballs his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Palos Verdes, with 6:44 left.
Touchdown, Sea Kings.
So a 9-yard touchdown run. By Graff. And let's see if we have a different kicker out there as well. Nope, Tolchin is out there. Spotting the ball, Sage Abraham. Snap good, spot good, kick is up, and it is good. So 6:19 clock rolling, and it is 61-0 in favor of Palos Verdes on the 9-yard run by Graff. An 8-play drive that took 24 yards. And with the clock rolling, took about 4 minutes and 16 seconds. So there you see Mr. Graff. Actually, that's Geierman. And also Will Scolinos, number 16. He returned an interception for a touchdown tonight. Trying to keep it real. Tolchin kicks the ball into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. With 5:10 clock running. It'll be Leuzinger ball. And the first unit comes off again. So there you see Rafael Galara, Dakari Pascal, and Loa Kololo Jamari White and Travion Pope, who's a little bit gimpy with that left ankle. And Robert Barbie, the captain of the offense, going out there. The offensive line is still out there, but the specialty guys have all been changed. You still have Robert Barbie, Ratu Pacetti, James Soakai, Javier Rivas, and Maloa Wolfgram, the starting offensive line out there for Edson Santos. Over center, over Barbie. Play action, and here comes the reverse. And this is taken by Louis Cruz, gets up to the 20-yard line. So good defense again by the Sea Kings. And that was Scolinos again. So going to give a generous 1-yard gain for Cruz. So speaking of another team that wears blue and white in this town, the Dodgers coming up a game short. One of their heroes coming up from the minor leagues, Luis Cruz. Boy, did he impress a lot of people this year. Hope he sticks around. But maybe not. Spring training will be pretty interesting. Handoff to Gospel and Kenna. And Gospel gets a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Olympians. And there you see, and Kenna getting the ball, getting to the 20-yard line. And now penalty flags all over the place, and they're going to go back. So could be a personal foul call. Yep. Somebody probably saying something or grabbing and pushing and holding, so this is going to go back to the 12-yard line. So a 10-yard penalty. And it'll be 3rd and 20. About 3rd and 19, actually. So maybe back to the line of scrimmage. To Adrian Galera, Rafael's little brother. So now it's 4th down and about 18 with 2:15 left to go in the ball game. And they're going to go for it. Galera is at the fullback position, and Kenna is at the halfback position. Double tight end set. Santos maybe changing the play at the line. Hands the ball off to Galera. And Galera maybe to the 15. So Galera with a 3-yard push. So that should be 1st and 10 for the Sea Kings. And let's see if they change things up. Change the chains going the other way. Yep, it is. So a minute 19 left to go in the ball game. And maybe time enough for one more play. So I'm sure Del Carson and the Sea Kings are going to take their time. No need to get a touchdown, but you never know. The 2nd unit or 3rd unit in this case. Yeah, they're just going to kneel. They're in that kneel set. Del Carson takes the knee, and that should do it with 47 seconds left to go. And maybe kneel it one more time. So 3 touchdowns on the night for Matt Lopes and 125 yards in the first half. That spelled the story there. And Del Carson takes a knee again. 15 seconds left on the clock, and that should do it. So there were 2 touchdowns scored in the second half. DeRocco with a 6-yard run, the quarterback, and then a 9-yard run by Graff in the second half, and that's going to do it. The Bay League opener is in the books, and the Sea Kings go to 1-0 and 3-3 overall, and the Leuzinger Olympians fall to 0-1 and 1-5 overall in the big 61-0 shutout over Leuzinger's Olympians. And we're going to take a timeout and be back with the post game right after this on City TV. Bay League opener taken by the Sea Kings 61-0 over the Leuzinger Olympians. And let's go to Sebastian Spencer down on the field.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with the Palos Verdes Sea King coach, Coach Guy Gardner. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. How does it feel?
It feels, it feels good, but it's, we're just trying to get better as a team and take it 1 week at a time. So I got a lot of respect for Leuzinger and their staff, and they're trying to build a program, and they're doing the right things. They just they're gonna hang with it, and they're gonna get more guys, and everything's gonna be good for them. It's just gonna take a little bit of time.
And Coach talks about the respect for Leuzinger. They definitely have a respect for you tonight after this game, 61-0. That makes it the second shutout win for you guys, beating Dominguez last week, 44-0. What's practice been like these last couple weeks, and what have you been telling your guys for them to play like this?
Like I said, we just concentrate on trying to get better each week, no matter who we're playing or what the results are. We have a fairly young football team, although we're 6 games into it now, so I don't know how young we are anymore. But even our older fellas, our seniors, we're a little green at the beginning of the year. So we really just concentrate trying to become a better football team every week, and that's just working hard on the fundamentals and in practice, and we still have a lot of work to do.
It seems like, Coach, you have a lot of firepower on this team as well. I mean, coming from all different angles, your quarterback, Brian Scott, had an impressive game, 3 for 3 on touchdown passes, and also Matt Lopes. He had a very good game, 123 rushing yards. So, I know you have a couple more guys that showed us some stuff tonight, but those are the guys that stick out for me right now. So talk about those 2 leaders and what they mean to your team.
Well, they're both senior leaders on our team, and Brian's. Yeah, I say this all the time about Brian. He's tough as nails. He's a great character, just a good leader for our team, and a very solid quarterback. And then Matt Lopes is same can be said for him. He's a 2-way player and runs the ball hard. And we've got a lot of other fellas too, and our O-line. We're working to get better, but it all happens because of those guys. And we, and next week we play a tremendous offensive line in Maricosta, and they're huge and big and physical, and so we got our work cut out for us. But like I said, we really try to approach it from a team aspect, and everybody's a part of what we do, and we just all try to get better every week.
And like I said earlier, after 2 big wins like this, what do you tell your team to not let them get too excited over these last 2 wins? Because like you said, Maricosta is no joke, and
it's not that hard. We know our opponents in this league, and we know what we're going to get each week. And this next one, Maricosta, I think our guys are pretty realistic. It's not about looking backwards, it's about looking forward, and the heck of a challenge we have coming up against Maricosta. And they played a tremendously difficult non-league schedule, and they're just big and physical, and that's the way they play. And so we got our job. We got a tough job for us, coming up.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, and there you guys have it from Coach Gardner. They're not taking anything lightly. They know what's ahead. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian Spencer. Good job. Also, good job by Guy Gardner and the Palos Verdes Sea Kings, showing everybody that they should be ranked in the top 10 in the South Bay area. And they're going to have a prove-it game with Maricosta and also with West, that's for sure, as Matt Lopes with 3 touchdowns on 125 yards on 7 carries just in the first half. Definitely the player of the game. And for Leuzinger, Rufus Washington, hat of the game is Okpina Akpar, and he came on with the second unit, really made a big impression on the defense with a lot of tackles as well, as the coaching staff that was up here in the press box with us pointed him out to us. Well, again, the Leuzinger Olympians stumble in their Bay League opener, 61-0 to Palos Verdes, and their next game is going to be with the at Penny. So it will be a big game for them as well coming up on the next Bay League game. Also, our next broadcast on City TV will be at Lawndale when Lawndale welcomes in North. For Sebastian Spencer and the terrific City TV crew, I'm Lou Stowers telling you once again from Lou House, Palos Verdes 61-0 over the Olympians. Until next time, so long.